Hello, welcome to the Magic with Mary podcast. I'm your host, Mary. Here we teach you how to gain confidence, be your most authentic self, and step into your power. If you feel stuck, you're in the right place because I'm going to help you release what's holding you back. You're so freaking powerful, and all you have to do is unpeel the layers that are keeping you trapped from being who you truly were meant to be. So if you're ready for the magic to begin, let's dig in. Hello, beautiful friends, and welcome back to the episode. Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite emotions, and that is jealousy. This is something that has reoccurred throughout my life time and time again, and I've recently been asked to share a little bit of light and talk about the topic on the podcast, and that was exciting for me because this is something that I have not fully overcome but have really worked on and have grown in this area of my life. And so I'm really excited to share some of the things that have helped me, and hopefully they resonate for you and you can use them and be able to move forward. The thing about jealousy is that it can keep us feeling stuck. And so we don't want to live in it. We don't want to be in this vibration constantly because it's not fun. It doesn't feel good. However, to move past it, we have to fully feel it. We have to fully express it. And so that's what I'm going to talk about today, is a healthier way of moving through this emotion rather than feeling stuck. So we know when it comes to jealousy that it typically means that we want something we can't have, or whatever it is. Somebody else has something we want. And before we even dig into anything else, I want you to think about whatever it is that you feel jealous of and ask yourself, is this something that I really want? Is it my soul that wants this, or is it my ego that wants this? Do I just feel embarrassed of my circumstance? Do I feel unvalidated? Or do I not feel like I'm enough? So let me give you a quick example of why this is important to ask yourself this. Say you have a group of friends and they all have Apple Watches and they just barely got the newest edition of whatever this watch is, right? And all of a sudden you feel jealous. And so you think, okay, I want this thing. I got to work towards it. And then you go and you get your Apple Watch and then you use it and you're like, this thing sucks. I really don't want an Apple Watch. Why would I have wasted my money on this? Why did I feel jealous? All of the things. And the reason why this probably happened is because our ego wants to fit in. It wants to protect us so that we're not left out, left behind, right? We go back to that primal brain back when we were cavemen. This is a survival mechanism that has evolved through time. And so we as humans constantly want to feel like we fit in. And this is just a reminder here. You do not have to fit in to belong. They are two separate things. Fitting in and doing the same things that all of your friends want or whatever does not mean that you do not belong with them. And I had to learn this the hard way because guess what? I do not fit in with my family at all. Like my blood relatives, I do not fit in with them. I'm so different than all of them, I swear. And at first it was like, I don't fit in with my family. I don't belong, yada, yada, yada. And what I realized is that yes, I do belong. Maybe I don't fit in, but I do belong. Okay. So just because all of your friends are going and getting this thing and maybe you want that too, it doesn't mean that you truly want that. So you really need to ask yourself, do I want that? Okay. Another thing to think about is maybe you're jealous of your ex's new girlfriend or whatever it is, and you don't really want that relationship with that specific person. You just feel embarrassed or unvalidated or maybe not enough for that person, okay? And so you really need to take a step back, ask yourself, and if any of the things that you've asked yourself are yes, it means that you need to work on some of your insecurities. And by the way, that is not a bad thing. It's not at all, because majority of people are insecure about something. And all that is just telling us that our emotions are off balance. When we feel jealousy over something we truly don't want, that emotion is there for a reason. It's there because it's trying to tell us something. It's there to tell us that this is not in alignment and that we need to readjust so that we can get back to how we truly want to feel. So the first thing you need to do is really get clear about what you truly want. Learn how to listen to your intuition over your ego. And this is important because your ego is going to be 10 times louder than your intuition. And you'll learn that through time. The more and more you practice that, you're going to understand that your intuition is quiet. But the important thing to note, it is a gut feeling, and it comes before ego even steps in. But the second ego steps in, it's hard to hear it. And so it's something you have to practice and learn. And we can dig into that for like hours. So if that's something you want to learn more about, reach out to me, let me know. I would love to dig into that topic of learning how to listen to your intuition, because that's important. When our ego is constantly nagging at us and we listen to our ego over intuition, we're always going to feel off balance, and we're not going to feel the way we're truly meant to feel, okay? Of course, we're human. Our emotions are going to fluctuate all over, but we can feel better more often when we're listening to our intuition, because it's going to help keep us in alignment with who we truly are. All right, so the next thing really is to learn how to trust that you're more than enough. You are more than enough, okay? If somebody breaks up with you, if you're rejected, if you apply for a job and you get denied, and you feel jealous, and you think the underlying feeling really, or the underlying root cause of that feeling is that you feel like you're not enough for that particular thing, dig into that. That is something worth working on. And that's a whole nother podcast episode that we can even dig into. That is like a couple months worth of work, or honestly, like I've been working on not enoughness for years, and it's a process and it's a journey. And if that is coming up for you right now, that's a good thing, because now you get to start working on it. Now you get to start feeling better. So really the next step in this whole process is asking yourself, who am I jealous of? Take some time to sit down and journal around who it is that you're jealous of. If you're feeling that emotion, sit down and journal it out. Like, maybe there's more people that you're jealous of. Maybe it's more things that you're, wanting. And so really get clear about what it is that you're jealous of. And then we want to step into the next step, which is understanding what it is that you want and understanding what that jealousy truly means for you. So in this step, we're really getting curious. What does this jealousy mean to me? Why do I feel this? And not getting frustrated. This is another practice, right? Because we can so get frustrated with ourselves, and it turns into this emotional spiral loop of like, I feel jealous, so now I feel frustrated because I'm jealous, and I'm frustrated that I feel frustrated, and now all of these emotions are bottling up inside of me, and I feel anxious, and all of a sudden I get overwhelmed, and now I feel depressed, and it just spirals and spirals and spirals. So when we get to this step, just be curious with an open mind, and whatever comes up, allow it to come up, and just let it simply be, because there's going to be a lot of things that come up that can be frustrating. However, this is a moment of acceptance and curiosity, okay? We're not trying to fix anything here. We're just looking at, okay, what is this? So a few things that jealousy might mean for you. The first is obvious. Whatever it is that you're jealous of is something that you want or desire, okay? It could mean that it's possible for you, for whatever it is that you want, and that you just feel blocked by it. That could be a reason why you feel jealous. Another reason is that you want it, but you're scared to go after it. Okay? And that one is deep, okay? Because when you're scared to go after something you want, you're going to feel so much anxiety around it. all the time. And I say that out of pure experience. Like, I felt that when I am scared to go after what I want and I don't, I feel anxious. At least that's how my body works. Anyways, the next thing is that you want it, but you don't want to do the work. And so really, like, ask yourself, this is an ego check here. It's okay, because you might want something like, I really want to be a Instagram influencer, but I really don't want to be on Instagram. Yeah, that's an ego check right there. I really want to grow a business online, but I really do not want to be on Instagram. And so you have to decide if the struggle is worth it for you. Is what you want something you want to put the work into? And then ask yourself this, and this is kind of going back to that step number 1. Do I really want this? And if you really don't want to do the work, then you really don't want to do it. And if you really want the thing and you know that the work is worth it, then you do want it. Because sometimes you have to do work that you don't want to do. But if you don't feel like when you're done with that work, you're going to be satisfied, then why are you even working towards it? Work towards something you desire. Work towards something that's fun. You don't want to work your whole life for something that doesn't even matter to you. Okay? That's important. Sometimes we feel jealous because we think we want something. Another thing is that you want it, but your mind has overcomplicated the process and you feel like a victim and you can't have it. Our brains love to overcomplicate everything. And the reason why is it's our ego trying to protect us from failure, trying to protect us from getting hurt. Okay? Because our mind really has no idea the difference between danger and discomfort. And so we have to remind it, hey, this is just discomfort. I'm not in danger here. I'm not in any physical pain. So you have to remind yourself that quite often. Another thing is that you don't believe you're good enough. And we talked about this one a little bit. And then another reason is that you don't believe there is enough to go around. Okay, this is that scarcity mindset. Okay, or maybe you feel like someone stole your opportunity. And if you're living in that mindset of there is not enough for me, you stole my opportunity, yada, 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 there's some work to do there. And that's okay. That is, the jealousy comes up. You know what it is now. You know what you need to work on now. Okay? Because why live in scarcity when we can live in abundance? Why feel like we're not enough when we already are enough, and it's totally worth working towards feeling enough? Okay? So the next step is to ask yourself, how can I unblock myself from feeling stuck? Okay, because usually jealousy is there to protect us, to keep us stuck. And so it's just, jealousy is just the emotion gone wrong. Remind yourself this time and time again. If you're feeling jealous, whatever it is that you want, it is 100% possible for you. Your emotions have just kind of gone wrong there. Okay? It's your ego trying to protect you. Rather than feeling like you can accomplish it, jealousy slips on in there just to discourage you and keep you safe and stuck in your comfort zone. So how do you block yourself from this? This is really about doing the inner work. Everything that we talked about up until now, these are all signs that something can be worked on. And this is totally okay. We don't need to 100% fix it right now. We're just going to start working on shifting. So we're not fixing, we're shifting. There's a huge difference. Fixing is, I'm not enough. I need to fix this. I'm not enough. Okay. Shifting is, I'm more than enough. I get to improve. So work on that mindset there too. If you feel like you need to fix everything right now, we're just going to start shifting and taking some of these thought patterns and shifting them just a little bit and a little bit more and a little bit more until it snowballs into this feeling of like, I can do this. I can accomplish this. I'm more than enough. And that's going to feel so much better than, I need to fix this right now. I'm not enough. I can't do this right now, so I need to fix that. Okay. So shifting, not fixing. So this is where you start to do the inner work. Ask yourself, am I afraid? Does this mean that I need to do some work around fear? Maybe you need to do some inner child work. Maybe there's something stuck from your past that is running in the background in your subconscious mind. It's a script, it's a story that needs to be rewritten so that your mind knows that you're safe. Maybe you feel like you're not enough, so that means you need to start working on your relationship with yourself right now. Work on that self-love. Rather than loving who you want to be, start learning how to love who you are. I hope this is all making sense. Okay? And then another thing to ask yourself is, do I feel like someone stole my opportunity? Like that abundance. Start working on that mindset, learning how to trust that there's more than enough opportunities. Learn how to trust that there's limitless things, okay? Maybe you didn't get the job where you wanted it. Don't get stuck thinking that that's the only place for you to ever work. Because there are thousands and thousands of jobs right now waiting for you to apply to. Same thing. A relationship. Somebody dumped you and you're not feeling like you're enough for that person. This could be the blessing that you needed. Maybe the person that's truly out there for you is waiting for you, but you have no freaking idea because you're stuck on this person that doesn't even deserve you. All right? Start asking yourself, why do I feel like there's not enough for me? Why do I feel like there's only one chance, one opportunity? And use that as encouragement to work towards some of these things and start shifting it. And really the next thing to do is start releasing that emotion. And this is going to be a hard part. This is not going to be easy. To release emotion, and this is for me personally. I don't know, this could be different for every single person, but for me to fully release an emotion, I have to fully feel the emotion and all of its intensity rather than suppressing it down. If we just suppress it and try to pretend like that emotion's there, like, oh yeah, I'm not jealous of that person. Like, I just, they're just da-da-da-da-da, and, I don't want to be like them because, they're not happy, just making up all these excuses of things and reasons why you're not truly jealous. You're just suppressing that emotion down. And it's going to stay stuck and it's going to get bottled and it's going to turn into a spiral of frustration and then anxiety and then depression and whatever else emotions start to happen because we're suppressing it. So feel the emotion, and it's okay to feel it. Okay. Some of the things that I like to do to feel emotions is listen to music, do a workout, and dedicate that to releasing that emotion. Create an entire playlist of songs that are jealousy songs and freaking listen to it and get it out and let it go. I like to do breath work and dedicate my intention for that breathwork session to release that jealousy. And I want to talk a little bit here. Why does setting an intention truly, truly work? And this is something we go deeper into in the Cosmic Creators class, which if you have yet to sign up for this month's Cosmic Creators, go ahead and do that because it's going to be amazing. Because we really go into why intentions work on a subconscious level for us and how they help us release some of these heavy emotions so that we can move forward and feel higher vibe emotions and manifest the things that we want. So if you haven't, go ahead, sign up for that. I'll put a link in the show notes. But really, going back to why intentions work, it's because when we command our mind to do something and there's heavy emotions around that, our mind takes it in and it works in the background. And we don't have to consciously think about it because it's running through our system in the background, through our subconscious mind. And so it's going to work to make that happen for us. It's going to filter everything out, really. And I promise, like, join the Cosmic Creators class and I'll dig into this like so much more. But that is why it's important to set an intention. If you're ready to release an emotion that's stuck, set that intention and it will work for you. And you don't have to consciously think about it over and over again. It's going to make it happen. You just have to trust and let it do its thing. Okay? The more you try to force it to happen, the more you're going to hold yourself back from it. Okay? So the next thing to really do is use this jealousy as inspiration to progress forward. Whatever it is that you truly feel jealous of, if it is 100% a soul level desire, use jealousy to move forward, to work towards that thing. Let it be a sign and a symbol of what you truly want. Okay? And again, just to emphasize this doesn't mean that one opportunity, that one circumstance, okay? If you're feeling jealous of someone in a relationship and you don't get to be with them anymore, remember that doesn't mean that relationship is the right one for you. It might mean that it is possible for you to have a happy relationship like that. But there are 1,000 opportunities out there for you. More than just that one. Okay? So whatever circumstance it is, remember that there's so many other opportunities. Okay? All right. I hope that all of this has made sense. I hope that if you're feeling jealous, you can use this, take it and release that emotion, because when we're feeling jealous, it's really just going to keep us stuck. And so the best thing to do is use it and move forward. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. If you have any questions, please reach out. I am going to be on and off Instagram, but you can always DM me there, ask me questions, and I can answer them for you there. And as always, if this episode helped you in any way, shape, or form, share it with a friend. Go ahead, rate, review the podcast. And I love you so much. I hope you have a beautiful day.